Bonjour tout le monde. Hello everyone. This is Gamer Snocko. I'm doing a little video journal because I cannot motivate myself enough to write. So there's absolutely no chance. This is my only chance to record my time here and share my life with you guys who might watch this. I don't know who. I know who's gonna watch this, but there might be some people who watch this that I won't suspect. So I'm gonna tell you about my first week in France, and I'm hoping to do this every Sunday, dimanche. Okay. So I left for France on Wednesday, the 6th. It is currently the 10th. It's nighttime. It's 10:30 here in Rennes, France. So I left Wednesday, and immediately I started talking to people. That day I think I only talked to girls except for on the plane because of the breakdown. 52 girls, 6 boys. I think it's gonna be exactly the same for the second semester as well. 1 boy is leaving and 1 boy is coming for spring semester. Anyways, we were on the plane. I got by far the most sleep out of anyone there, which was a huge flex because I was like, yeah, I got 4 to 5 hours, and everyone was astonished. It was great because the person next to me ended up moving to the back of the plane about an hour into the flight, and I had to have 2 seats to myself. Pretty great. When we arrived there, what day? When we arrived there, Thursday morning in Paris time, it was a short flight, less than 7 hours. And I was one of the first people through baggage claim. So once again, I won. I'm a winner. And then shortly afterwards, we got on the bus, and it took way longer. I think we arrived like 2.5 hours after we were supposed to, which is fine because it meant more time that I didn't have to, face the moment of truth of arriving at the school, meeting my host family, teachers, everyone. And by that point, I already met some of the chaperones. There was 1 chaperone from the flight from Boston to Paris, and then there was 3 chaperones in total going from Paris to Rennes. When we got to the school, we did a short walk from the bus to the school, and it was great. I loved it. The parents weren't there immediately, which I think was good. We had a little mini social. I even got to tour around the school a little bit. The American teachers only spoke English to us, and so did a guy who's the student support. He spoke he spoke English to us, which is really nice. I appreciate that. But everyone else is pretty much only speaking in French. I met the housekeeping person. She was nice. The math, science, English, all of the teachers. I at least saw them by Friday. And after a little mini social and a little debrief, I met my first host family member in person, Vincent. He was super nice. He greeted me, and immediately, a couple minutes into our conversation, he said that my French was very good, which was very great to hear because I wasn't really sure. I didn't really practice it all the entire summer, so I wasn't sure how well I was gonna do. But apparently I did good enough to get the ton français est super ou quelque chose, something like that. And then we went home shortly afterwards. We mingled a tiny bit, mainly because there was a huge line to get out of the courtyard. By the way, the school is in this big, kind of like, it's like a mini mansion in the very center of Rennes. Kind of a little garden surrounding it on a private street. So really nice. Everyone knows it as the American school. And we went home and we had rice bowls for dinner. After I just threw my bags in my room, and we actually waited for a while for Anto to get home. He wasn't home yet. He's my older host brother. He's 15. But when I arrived, the youngest host brother, who's 11 years old, his name is Aubin, was already there, and so was my host mother, Muriel. And so the 3 of us got settled in, did introductions. We just chatted it up. And And then afterwards, once Anto arrived back from basketball, we ate rice bowls and it consisted of rice, ham, and you could like pick and choose, cucumber, what else? Tomato, egg, and like salt and pepper, stuff like that. And then afterwards, I think I pretty much just took a shower and went to bed. It was great. I also called tons of people throughout the day just to check in. And that was my first day in France. Okay, so Thursday on the way back from school, we took the metro. / walked back to the house. It took us 20 minutes. And Friday morning, I did the same with Vincent and another student named Madeline, who lived very close by. That Friday, we did some kind of like icebreaker. We did an icebreaker activity in the morning for the first couple hours, and we also did some general introduction stuff. I don't know, whatever. And then in the afternoon, we did a scavenger hunt around the city of Rennes. My group found all the places, and the idea was you talk to locals, ask where certain endroits or places, landmarks are, and you go to the place and you write down something about the place and ask you a question. And we found all of them. It was great. We went to the opera, a market, a museum, a hotel, tons of cool places. The cinema, the garden, the train station, just to get to know Rennes a little bit. And then afterwards, I just went home, and it was rugby night, the very first day of the Rugby World Cup, which is taking place in France this year. It was great. Vincent and Muriel had two of their friends and their children come over. So there was 4 other parents and an additional 3 children. And Anto also wasn't home yet. He was at basketball. But there was a boy my age, a boy Anto's age, so a year younger than me. A girl my age, and the boy also had a younger sister. We all went to the park, which Oban and I went to earlier. They were setting up for music, and lots of kids running around. We went to the park, and me and the older boy just kind of walked around, talked mostly in French. And the girl hung out with her friends, and both the girls hung out with their friends, and so did Oban. 3 separate friend groups, but none of the older boys' friends were there. And then afterwards, we had a special food that's unique to the area of Brittany, France. It's kind of like a savory crepe with a sausage, and you can put mustard or whatever on it. Then watched the rugby game. France won against New Zealand. It was amazing. They went by a lot. And then they went home. I went to bed after playing a little bit of Stardew Valley with Parker. Okay, so Saturday, yesterday, I woke up not too late, maybe 10 o'clock when my alarm went off, I think, probably. It was just a chill day. We got a SIM card for my France phone, right here. And now I can use it. You can text me on WhatsApp. Don't text me on my regular phone. If you want, text me on this phone, my American number. I'll give you my WhatsApp. Yeah, we just got a SIM card, and it was a great time. We just kind of spent the whole day at home. I played some Sushi Go, taught them Sushi Go, and we played 2 games. I lost terribly the first game, and won spectacularly the second game, which was great. I love Sushi Go. And I played a game that's not unlike Sorry, but you kind of play your own cards, and it's a French game. Me and Vincent won, because you play with teams, 2 people per team. And me and the 2 boys and Vincent played. That was great. And then for dinner, we just watched a movie and had bread, cheese, and I think it was beef, kind of meatloaf-esque type thing. It was great. And potato chips. It was just an array of snacks and meat. And we watched the Moneyball game starring Brad Pitt, or the Moneyball, I think it's called. It's about how the Athletics won, or no, how they got like the biggest streak of wins ever in baseball history. Super fun. And then I went to bed after. I think I played some more Stardew Valley. And I tried reading a little bit of Asterix, one of my favorite books, but I'm pretty bad at reading French. So it'll take some time before I can really read those books, even though they're just comic books. And I know the entire storyline. Finally today, I woke up to the sound of my alarm at 10 o'clock. It was fine. I was able to actually not be tired after a little bit, which was great, because we left for Anto's game, Anto, 40 minutes afterwards, maybe we left at 11. He had a basketball game. It was great. I had chocolate croissant and some bread today, bread with a baguette with honey. A little bit of water, help clean up, because everyone always helps clean up. But I was the last person to eat, and I ate alone because I woke up after everyone else, and Anto and Vincent were already at the game. Vincent had already dropped off Anto. And then me, Vincent, and Oba went to go see the game, but I ended up starting like an hour and a half after it was supposed to, which is weird. So we were supposed to see 2 games, but we ended up only seeing 1 and then going home because he said 3 more games to play, and we were not staying for all of those because we would have been there until like 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So we got home around 2:30, we left around 11. And afterwards, Oba practiced his guitar, and then we played Mario Brothers Deluxe, I think, for the Switch. It was great. We ended up completing the game, which was awesome. We beat Bowser. And then afterwards, I played a tiny bit of Stardew Valley, maybe 20 minutes, and we had dinner. It was leftovers from all the nights that I've been here so far. And it was delicious. And afterwards, we just went to bed. And here I am right now, after that dinner. Tomorrow, I start my second full day of SYA. So wish me luck.